Hello, this is Sarah Brash. Welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be my video about what happened over Thanksgiving. This actually happened the day before Thanksgiving. So USA Today, they tried to lynch me basically on Thanksgiving for sport and money. And allow me to repeat that statement. It is a true statement. USA Today, the national, basically international publication, newspaper, alleged newspaper, they tried to lynch me on Thanksgiving for sport and money. That's true. That actually happened. So it was actually the day before Thanksgiving, but nonetheless, basically Thanksgiving. And I was just doing my regular Google search for defamation, and I saw that USA Today tried to lynch me. And I'm being quite serious when I say that they tried to lynch me, and I'm also being quite serious when I say that they tried to lynch me for sport and money. So it was the day of the verdict in the murder trial, the victim of which was Ahmaud Arbery, and the defendants were sentenced, were convicted of murdering. I believe two of them, it was felony murder. I might be wrong about that, but anyway, they were convicted of murdering Ahmaud Arbery, the men who, drove him down in a pickup truck. They had guns, and they ended up shooting and killing Ahmaud Arbery, who was jogging down the street in their neighborhood, apparently. So that verdict came down. So the editorial board of USA Today, they wrote an op-ed piece, and it was published by USA Today, and it was published the day before Thanksgiving on Wednesday, which I believe was the 24th of November. And in it, they explicitly state that the murder of Ahmaud Arbery was a lynching, and they cite the NAACP definition of a lynching, which is a public killing without due process. Now, I concur with that with the NAACP's definition of a lynching, that it's a public killing without due process. I don't have any issue whatsoever with them saying that this is what was done to Ahmaud Arbery, that he was lynched. I don't have any problem with them saying this whatsoever. Now, and applying that definition. Now, what USA Today did to me is they tried to lynch me in this op-ed piece about the murder verdict, against Ahmaud Arbery's killers, because what USA Today did is they compared me to Ahmaud Arbery's killers, and they didn't name me in the piece, in the op-ed, but they linked to a grossly defamatory article that does name me. And they compared me to Ahmaud Arbery's killers, saying that I'm basically the same as the men who shot and killed Ahmaud Arbery. And what I want people to understand is that this was the editorial board of USA Today and USA Today itself, because they published the piece, giving it their official imprimatur, and this is them trying to lynch me. This is them attempting a public killing of me without due process. And make no mistake, the editorial board of the USA Today, they absolutely 100% intended to incite someone to shoot and kill me in the same way that Ahmaud Arbery was shot and killed. I am an innocent Yale PhD candidate and a lifelong human and civil rights attorney. This is extremely well documented. Everyone has always known this for the past more than 3.5 years. At this point, the entire world is completely aware that the Living While Black incident at Yale, the so-called Napping While Black incident, was a hate crime hoax, and I am the entirely innocent victim thereof. Moreover, and here's the really important point, even if someone thinks that I did something wrong or racist on May 8th, 2018, I did not. I did absolutely nothing wrong. I did absolutely nothing racist. But even if someone does think that I did, we are talking about a more than 3.5-year-old non-event and non-crime that was blown into a global racial hysteria by the fake news press, by the Yale administration, and by the moral outrage industry for moral outrage industry money and gain. They also did it to smear Trump, and they did it for moral outrage industry money. And by doing so, they were perfectly happy, just like USA Today and the editorial board of USA Today in this instance, they were perfectly happy to exploit the killings and shootings, including police killings and shootings of Black men and boys, including Ahmaud Arbery, exploiting the killing of a Black man, exploiting the killing of Ahmaud Arbery to destroy the Living While Black movement by turning it into a race hoax and blood sport, to target and demonize vulnerable white women, especially private citizen nobodies without resources or power to fight back, and especially those with mental health disabilities who are vulnerable and have no way to fight back. And they're doing it for moral outrage industry, money and gain, and they don't care if they get innocent people killed. And this is why I refer to them as the Woke KKK, and I mean that. I absolutely mean that. The USA Today and the USA Today editorial board define the Woke KKK, and they define woke privilege because they are imposing a grossly disproportionate sentence of suicide or social death upon me, and they mean for me to be dead. They mean for me to drive myself to suicide, or they mean to drive me to suicide. They mean to incite someone to shoot and kill me the way Ahmaud Arbery was shot and killed. They mean to irrevocably destroy my life, get me fired, get me expelled, get me disbarred, render me destitute and homeless so that I have no choice but to kill myself without any means for survival, strip me of any means of supporting myself, destroy my reputation, destroy my livelihood. This is what I mean by social death. And they are imposing this sentence upon me over a more than 3-year-old non-crime, non-event, non-crime and non-event, an alleged or non-crime of unwokeness. That's what why they're doing this to me. And really they're doing it to me now because I refuse to stop telling the truth. I will not be silenced. I refuse to be silenced. And I am getting the truth out about the witch hunt at Yale that almost got me killed in the subsequent global defamation campaign. that almost got me killed and that destroyed my lifelong human and civil rights, academic, and legal careers. Because I'm getting the truth out. This is why the USA Today and the USA Today editorial board are the Woke KKK. They define the Woke KKK. This is an extrajudicial, vigilante, mob injustice with imposing an immediate and grossly disproportionate sentence of suicide or social death, and they're targeting private citizen nobodies without power or resources to fight back, especially the vulnerable with mental health disabilities. And they're doing this, it's extrajudicial, it is without due process, and they mean to get people killed and destroy their lives. Innocent people. And this is why I'm calling the USA Today and the USA Today editorial board the Woke KKK. And this is also the definition of woke privilege, because they think that they are free to destroy the life and to get an innocent nobody killed, an innocent Yale grad student and lifelong civil rights attorney killed over a more than 3.5-year-old non-crime and non-event, and they think that they have the moral high ground. This is evil. This is sick and evil. And I want the whole world to know that USA Today and the USA Today editorial board define the fake news press, and they need to print a retraction and a public apology to me. And they tried to lynch me. They tried to get me killed publicly without due process, without constitutional fair trial protections. And they did this just like in the definition of the NAACP, just like what they said was done to Ahmaud Arbery. This is what USA Today and the USA Today editorial board tried to do to me. Okay, I don't want this video to get too long. I'm sure I'll make more videos about this, but I love you all so much, and thank you so much for all of your kind words and support and your donations. I will have all of my fundraising links below. Please donate to my legal fund so that I can end cancel culture and end trial by Twitter without due process, and so that I can stop the suicides, so not one more innocent life is destroyed by this and destroyed by the Woke KKK. All right, I'll talk to you later.